net migration to the UK could well top 1 million this year, which is absolutely staggering when you really think about it. No country can absorb that level of population increase and not have massive societal issues. And indeed, we already do, OK? So if you look at the infrastructure at the moment, we are being asked to ignore the ginormous elephant in the room when it comes to things like NHS waiting times, pressure on our health system, also when it comes to things like school places and our transport network as well. We're just being told that it's everything else apart from rapid population growth driven by mass migration. And that's before I started talking about the housing crisis as well. Young people simultaneously think that mass migration is a great idea and then complain about the fact that they're living in their mum and dad's spare room because they can't afford even just a pokey little flat somewhere nearby. These things are not a coincidence, but there's something more to it for me, ladies and gents, more to it than just the way Britain looks on a spreadsheet, because that's always the argument, isn't it, for mass migration? Oh, it's great for our economy. Well, go and look outside. I'm not seeing much of that at the minute. But it's about British culture and our way of living for me. Places, towns, cities, villages right across the country have changed beyond any kind of recognition in the last 20 or 30 years. And I'm not convinced that that has always been for the better. And I just want to say to people, OK, I don't think that you're racist if you don't want your town or your village or your city to end up being dominated by people from different cultures or different countries, because frankly, why would you necessarily want your normal way of life to change? People voted in the tens of thousands for the Liberal Democrats at the local elections, mainly, as far as I can tell, because they didn't want them to allow planning permission to build houses. So it's OK for people not to want their area to change for housing, but it's not OK for them to not want it when it comes to things like rapid population change. Just very quickly as well, we've been lied to by the Conservative government, who say that they want to stop immigration, mass immigration, and they clearly don't. We're lied to by human rights groups who say that the only way to get here is illegally. Well, clearly not when you look at these numbers. And we're lied to by lovely lefties who say there's nothing wrong with mass immigration, as they look down on us all from their ivory towers and meanwhile send their kids to private schools and go to private doctors and move out to quieter areas en masse. I believe in British culture. I believe it's worth preserving.